Hello, everyone. My name is Dustin with Marcel Technology, and I just wanted to start a new playlist discussing helpful IT and personal applications that you can use in your own home environment or in your business. And this is an application I found for free. It's called GrandPerspective. It makes this mosaic of different blocks that kind of identify large data sets on your hard drive. I recently had an issue where I had a process creating a large file and dumping it on my hard drive. Either it crashed or it's corrupt in some manner, that application. So I still have to find and identify the actual culprit for the data being put on my hard drive. But when I went into my Mac settings to actually look into what is taking up so much room on my hard drive, it was very limited on what it would tell me. So I did a little research and I found out that GrandPerspective here does a great job of identifying large data blocks on your hard drive. It gives you great visualization of hovering over these different block types and being able to see that not only the directory, but how large of the actual state of your hard drive it's taking. Each one of these small little blocks on the mosaic here indicate a file and how large it is in comparison to the whole entire hard drive. So for example, this large block right here would take up a huge chunk. It looks like it's maybe a 20th of the hard drive, this one block. So if you're looking to identify large files by a visual, this is a great tool. GrandPerspective, again, it's only for Mac. But I'm sure there's a relative application for Windows that can kind of give you the same perspective for this. This is a great way to identify, different big system or file structures on your hard drive. And I'm going to show you kind of how to do that, how it works and everything. And I was able to recover about 20 to 30% of my hard drive back from seeing these failed attempts. And what I did, I just took the directory for it. Of course, whenever you modify any kind of directories, or any files and you're doing any kind of mass deleting or editing on your file structure, always make sure to do a timestamp or a backup at least for your current hard drive state. That way, if you do delete something of importance or it causes some corruption or whatever on your computer state, you can always revert back to that initial backup where everything was working correctly. So make sure you always back up, but you can take that directory and if you're unsure what it is, you can go on to your AI of your choice and put that information in, and it'll look up that information if it's relevant for what you're doing. In my case, it was an app that was opening and closing and crashing and leaving the state on my hard drive. So I was able to free up 20-30% of my hard drive space by just simply using this tool to identify that. And I'm going to show you an example for some of my files on my computer. The great thing about this system is it'll tell you how much these blocks indicate, and if it's the same type of system, such as maybe all these you can see kind of here on the bottom. This is Olama models that I have installed on the computer. So these are all kind of the same, so it uses the same kind of color scheme. So it's really good to identify different parts. But you can see all the different files I have on my computer, and it does it based on how large of the hard drive it's taking. And you can see right here, this is one of my virtual machines that I'm running on my computer. It's taking up a huge part because I've got allocated a huge chunk of disk space for that one virtual machine to run. So you can kind of, if you're looking for places to start, and maybe you're running out of memory and you don't want to buy another hard drive or migrate some information over, this is a great way to do that. Besides doing this little system audit that it does for Mac. It tells you, hey, you need to delete your documents or delete your old conversations in your text. You can actually get into the deep weeds of this, and it'll tell you exactly what's going on. So these are all different Olama instances I have. Might be DeepSeek or whatever. These are all different files or whatever I have on my computer. And if I wanted to look and try to delete stuff, I'd be like, oh, well, I want to delete this. This will save. And you can see in the bottom right of that program, it's 8.29 gigs. This one's 4.58. If I want to save a little bit of time, I can do that. And you can see some of the smaller files are over there to the left with the little dots and everything. And you can always zoom in, zoom out, and kind of look at that information. Once you delete some stuff, you can always do a refresh. You'll scan it again. So it's a pretty good tool. I thought it was worth mentioning. It's called GrandPerspective again. I thought it was a wonderful tool for IT. If you're looking to kind of look at your file structure, it's a great little tool for it. Once again, it's only for Mac OS, but I figured it's worth the mention and everything. If you want to support them, you can download it from the App Store. It's like $3 to do that, or you can download it for free from SourceForge. So it's kind of your choice and everything. But once again, this is a new series I'm going to be doing, so check us out and then follow for more information. If you haven't checked out our Tech Talk videos, we do little weekly dives into different perspectives when it comes to keeping your security safe and everything. So thanks again for watching, and hope you have a good rest of your day.